Hey everybody, it's Dr. Nicole with Healing Hands of Manahawkin, and I am so happy to be with you here today. Today we're talking about restoring mobility and flexibility to your spine. So there are a lot of benefits to restoring the mobility of not only your spine, but your entire body. How many of you guys are tired of living in a body that is tense, tight, and stiff? Nobody wants that. I totally get that. I definitely don't want that. If you guys love fitness as much as I do, if you know me outside of the office, you know that you're going to find me. If I'm outside of the office and I'm outside of my home, if I'm not doing chiropractic, you know that you're going to find me doing something that is keeping me fit, whether that is high intensity interval training, whether that is running over the bridge. You guys have probably seen me running over the bridge, maybe surfing, but I love to work out. I love to be strong. I love to be fit. I love to pick heavy things up and put heavy things down, right? For our CrossFitters. I love CrossFit as well. So having a mobile spine is going to benefit you in so many ways. So number one is flexibility and mobility is going to improve your range of motion. So whether it is something simple like driving in your car and being able to look into the lane next to you, how many of you guys catch yourself doing this? Right? Turning your whole body, or whether it's it's raising, your hand up and, reaching for something to get off of a top shelf, or whether it's bending forward to clean the house, or maybe you are an athlete. Maybe you're a top-notch world-class athlete. We take care of a lot of top-notch world-class surfers in our practice, and a lot of world-class athletes actually come to our practice because we help them not only restore their spinal alignment so that their nervous system can function better, their brain can talk to their body, and they can be healthier overall, but also to restore flexibility and mobility to their body. So wherever you're at in the spectrum, improved range of motion is always going to feel better and help your body to function better, no matter where you are, no matter what your lifestyle looks like. The second benefit of flexibility and mobility of the spine is decrease in inflammation. So what happens is when we have stress to our body, your spinal bones are movable bones. So if my two hands were your spinal bones, they're joined together through a joint. And what happens is when you have different stresses to your body, they can be a stress like an impact, like a slip or fall or a car accident, or it can be something less dramatic, like sitting at your computer hunched over, or children, this happens to children too, when they're sitting at their desks or they're looking down all day at their computer games, or they're looking down all day at their cell phones or whatever. What happens is those spinal bones get shifted out of alignment, but they don't just shift out of alignment. They actually get stuck or fixated out of alignment. So when under normal healthy circumstances, your spinal bones should move independently of one another. But when you get a misalignment, or what chiropractors call a subluxation, those bones get stuck together and then they no longer can move independently. And that's what creates stiffness and rigidity. And a lot of times, if that's left uncorrected, it'll lead to chronic pain. And nobody wants chronic pain, because by the time you have chronic pain, that means that the nerves in that area are already inflamed. The nervous system is being stressed, and then the energy traveling through that part of the nervous system is getting blocked or dimmed down, causing problems in the body, causing the body to work less efficient than what it should be working. The third benefit of restoring mobility to your body is to have better posture. Have any of you caught yourself slumping over? So very often when I'm taking care of patients, or if I see a new patient, they'll say, "Doc, I try, when I'm thinking about it, I can stand up, I can sit up nice and straight at my desk, and I'm at my computer, and I'm like keeping really good posture. But the moment that I stop thinking about it, I go right back into a hunched, curled up position." Well, that's because when you're thinking about it, you can engage the muscles around your spine to pull the spine up. But the moment you stop consciously thinking about your posture, the fixated joints of the spine pulls the spine back down, and it makes the spine actually compress and crumble forward like that, right? So better posture will occur, not can, but it will occur once we start getting those spinal bones moving. And what better posture will do for you is not only strengthen your body, but it will actually remove the pressure off of your nervous system, not only decreasing the pain and the inflammation that you're experiencing, but more importantly, relaxing the nervous system so that now your brain is able to transmit information through that spinal cord so that your brain can start talking to your body. And that's how we become healthy. That's how the body heals itself and restores itself back to balance. So then the fourth benefit to having better mobility to your spine is that it enhances balance. So this is a big concern as we progress in age, I would say. I mean, balance is important for everybody. It's a huge concern for people as they get older, as they progress in age, because the number one thing we want to prevent as we get older is obviously falls. We know that once an elderly person has a fall, it's very hard to restore their bodies and to recoup from that fall. But also athletes. How many of you guys have athletes at home, or how many of you are an athlete? So I'm a mom, a chiropractor, a wife. We do it all, don't we, ladies, right? So I'm a mom, and one of my sons, I have two amazing sons. One is a musician, and the other one is an athlete. You guys might know him. He plays for Southern football, and he's phenomenal. But man, I go to those football games, every time he has a football game, and I'm watching those kids, and they're getting like pounded, right? And so when they're getting hit, their spinal bones most definitely are shifting out of place, causing pressure to the nervous system, specifically the neck area. And it's this part of the nervous system that regulates balance and coordination. So if you're an athlete and you're getting these micro traumas, what's happening is that the body is losing its ability to balance and coordinate your movements. Being an athlete, those are the two things that you need most, right? I mean, maybe not top, the strength might be one, but like balance and coordination are definitely up there. So if you're an athlete and you want to have more balance and coordination, by all means, make sure that you're having your spine and your nervous system checked regularly by a chiropractor. So there you go. There are your 4 benefits to restoring and improving mobility and flexibility to your spine.